Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So it's been a pretty incredible year for DJI. They've introduced some pretty nice new products this year, many new drones, and yesterday they introduced another brand new drone, the Mini 3. This is essentially a stripped down version of the Mini 3 Pro, and it does come in at a lower cost. If you compare just the base drone and RCN1 controller, the package comes in at $559 compared to the Mini 3 Pro, that is $759. So you're saving about $200. Now it is missing quite a few features for that $200, and we'll get into that as we go along in this video. Of course, they have many other different packages and bundles. You can get a version that comes with the DJI RC, the one that has the built-in screen, and you can also get it in a Fly More combo, which is what I have here. So in this video, we're just going to do a quick unboxing. We're going to get it set up, get the firmware updated, and talk about what's different between this and the Mini 3 Pro. So we'll just get it opened up here. And as you can see here, it's packaged very similarly to the way we've seen drones in the past. Everything's included inside the carry bag. So we'll take a look to see what all comes inside. As you can see in the top pouch, we get our connectors for connecting different types of phones to the controller. We get some spare propellers. Here we have the controller, just the standard RCN1. Which of course we've already seen with many drones that DJI has released. Another little package here with some accessories and some literature. We've got a USB-C to USB-C cable and a USB-C to USB-A cable. A little screwdriver for replacing the propellers. And of course we have our quick start guide and some other information. Here we have the charging hub, and as you can see the spare batteries are inserted in them. And just as a note, these are the same batteries that do come with the Mini 3 Pro, so they can all be interchanged, and you can use the Plus batteries. These particular ones here are the regular battery that keeps the drone under 249 grams, and it allows for 38 minutes of flight time with the Mini 3. Of course, the Plus battery is compatible as well. You do have to purchase them separately, and those are rated for 51 minutes of flight time. It's actually rated 4 minutes longer than the Mini 3 Pro, most likely due to the lower power consumption of the missing features, such as obstacle avoidance. And then lastly here we have the Mini 3 itself. Let's go ahead and open it up. You can see the styling is very similar to that of the Mini 3 Pro. Of course, we don't have the obstacle avoidance there at the top or down at the bottom. Let's go ahead, we'll open it up here and we'll take all the stickers off. So here it is here, and as you can see, as mentioned, the styling is somewhat similar. There are some key changes, however. Obviously no obstacle avoidance like we've already talked about. But as you can see here, we actually have front legs back on the front arms again. That just allows it to sit a little bit more stably. As you can see here, I have the Mini 3 Pro, and they didn't have those front legs there. I do actually like that they have put them back on. With the Mini 3 Pro, I never had a problem with it being unstable when I was taking off or landing. But just due to not having those front legs, sometimes if you're taking off from a landing pad or uneven surfaces, these propellers could actually get pretty low to the ground and touch when you're trying to take off. So that just kind of keeps them upright and keeps things stable. So I'm actually quite glad that they put them back on. So some of the main differences of the Mini 3 compared to the Mini 3 Pro is the camera is almost identical, but there is some limitations to it. It does not record at 4K 60 like the Mini 3 Pro. And it does not support desyn-like 10-bit color. When it comes to the camera, it's only capable of capturing 12 megapixel photos, unlike the Mini 3 Pro, which you're able to capture 48 megapixel. If you're a person who likes to capture bracketed photos, with the Mini 3 you can only capture 3 bracketed photos compared to the Mini 3 Pro, which is 5 bracketed photos. When it comes to capturing panoramas, it has all the same capability of the Mini 3 Pro, except it does not do vertical panoramas. Some other missing features are hyperlapses, mastershots. There's no focus track, that means you can't do any kind of tracking, point of interest, or spotlight. A lot of those features need to have obstacle avoidance for safety reasons because it will be flying autonomously. Now again, because there's no obstacle avoidance, it does not have APAS. When it comes to recording video, the maximum bit rate is 100 compared to 150 of the Mini 3 Pro. Now when it comes to the transmission system, it has OcuSync 2.0 compared to OcuSync 3 of the Mini 3 Pro. Now that's not too much of an issue. OcuSync 2 is actually quite good. We're talking about distance transmission of 10 kilometers versus 12, but the feed coming back is also lower as well. It comes in at 720 compared to 1080. And lastly, at this point, it is not compatible with the RC Pro. The Mini 3 Pro is compatible with the RC Pro, but not the Mini 3. Now that could change with a firmware update, who knows? Now as mentioned, the batteries are all compatible, so if you have some of the Plus batteries, you can use them with the Mini 3 and make use of that extra flight time. It will put the drone over 249 grams, however. So if that is important to you, that's something also to keep in mind. It has the exact same wind rating, level 5. It has the same flight speed. Max flight speed in sport mode is 16 meters per second. It does have quick shots, so you're able to make use of them. And it is compatible with many of the accessories for the Mini 3 Pro, such as ND filters. Now at this point, let's go ahead. We're going to get the firmware updated, and we'll check that out. I won't be taking it for a flight in this video. This is just an unboxing video and a setup video. I will be uploading a first flight video or a first impressions video sometime in the very near future. Now I am going to be using one of the Plus batteries from my Mini 3 Pro, just because the batteries that came with it here don't have a full charge in them yet, so this way it'll just be easier. There should be enough charge in the controller to get it updated. And just like any other DJI drone, if this is the first drone you're purchasing, you will need to create a DJI account during the setup procedure. As mentioned, the drone does need to be updated with firmware. There is some firmware already waiting for it, and it also has to be activated before you can fly it. Now, just as a quick note here, again, if you're brand new, if this is your first drone, the cable that's already included in there, you can see I have unwound it from the antenna there, is a lightning connector. So it's already set up for an iPhone. If you're using an Android device, you will have to switch that cable out. With the ones I showed you earlier in this video, you want to install that USB-C cable. And of course, if you purchase the package with the DJI RC, which I'm assuming most people do, you don't have to worry about any of that. You just turn it on and you can still follow along with what I'm doing here. Now, it is just a good rule of thumb before you attempt to power it on for the first time or update. Just make sure you've charged all the drone batteries and the controller up, because installing the firmware can use up a significant amount of battery. So let's go ahead here. We're going to power on our controller, and we'll power on the drone. So we've got everything powered on here, and you can see it came up right away to activate the drone. It hasn't prompted us to put the firmware in yet, but we will do that after. So I'm just going to click on activate. So let's go ahead here. We're going to update the firmware first. So I'm going to go download it. Usually this can take anywhere from 5 minutes upward of 20 minutes. So just keep everything powered on while it downloads and installs. You'll get a message once it's complete. So as you can see there, we got a message that everything has been updated successfully. And there we go. We're all ready. So we should be able to start the motors up. And there we go. So that's basically it. That's my unboxing video for the new DJI Mini 3. Now keep in mind, these batteries that come with it may have firmware that need to be updated as well. And it's as simple as powering off the drone, leaving the controller and everything running. Insert each battery one at a time, power the drone on, and if there is firmware waiting for it, it'll just prompt you to install firmware for the battery. Well folks, that's basically it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and got some value out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. It's always greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.